Hello and welcome, Reds, to Anfield Road TV. If you're new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool related or football news, hit that subscribe button down below. And hope you've all had a very good day, Reds. We've got plenty to talk about in regards to obviously Liverpool's first signing of the Arne Slot era. We've got full confirmation this afternoon of obviously the Georgian goalkeeper. We'll get to him in a little second as well. Little about in terms of obviously Mohamed Salah's brilliance. We are in the era of very much a Liverpool icon. He's certainly going to be remembered for the next 200, 300 years and the future to go. So we'll speak about him. A couple of comparisons where he does rank with other fellow Liverpool attackers in terms of his expected, his ridiculous goal record that we know he has got. But Reds, if you are new around here or if you are watching on the repeat, do get involved in the comment section below. Do drop a like on the video as well, Reds. Massive does help out as well. And we'll get to obviously everyone's comments. Afternoon, Panov. Afternoon, Nick. Callum. Just Memes as well. Afternoon. But obviously, firstly, we'll start with the sad news that we did receive this afternoon. Obviously, Sven-Goran Eriksson, a lifelong Liverpool fan, as we know. And obviously, it was absolutely fantastic that Sven did get the opportunity to obviously manage at Liverpool. It was only a couple of months ago anyway. But in terms of Sven, he's impacted millions of football fans around the world. Obviously, he's been all around Europe winning big titles as well. So, Sven, you never walk alone, mate. And obviously, we're thinking of Sven's family at this very difficult moment as well. But Sven's legacy within football will always live on, and obviously he will always be remembered for what he's done for football and just for his great personality and being a great human being, most importantly as well. So thinking of the family and thinking of Sven, but thinking of all the happy memories as well. And obviously he'll be and obviously a massive Liverpool fan. I think it was very special from the club in terms of giving him the opportunity as well. But yeah, Sven, you never walk alone, mate, and we are thinking of the family as well. Everyone on the channel and every Liverpool fan around the world this afternoon as well. In terms of going on, obviously, to the big news that we did have today, if you're in and around work or whatnot, and you're out and about, obviously, if you've been away from social media, we got the official "here we go" from obviously the big journalist, the big don in the sports footballing world anyway. Fabrizio Romano has obviously broke down the deal and very much confirmed the deal. So Giorgi Mamardashvili to Liverpool, deal done with following details. And he goes on to add contract valid for the next 6 years, a €30 million fixed fee with €5 million easy add-ons as well. So that probably includes Champions League qualification or potential title win in the future as well. That's what it's all about, and that's probably why, like, you're getting a team like Valencia as well, and teams out there. It's just all about those fine details, and that's probably why it has took a little bit of a while really to get over the line. It's only those last bit of deals, but when you're speaking about a very big player in Valencia, he's one of their biggest players, has been over the last couple of seasons as well. They don't want to lose him, and they're not technically losing them until 2025, which is, from their accounts, I think they'll be very happy that they've actually been able to keep hold of him up until 2025. And as Fabrizio goes on to add, joining LFC in July 2025 as planned as well. 10% future sell-on clause for the goalkeeper for Valencia, which is all well and good. We've seen Liverpool do similar deals in relation to Bobby Clark, and obviously the other lads that have left Liverpool this summer as well. Obviously Carvalho, I think we have a 17.5, and obviously Liverpool have bare fruits in regards to Dominic Solanke's big move from Bournemouth going to Tottenham, and obviously Liverpool did generate quite a fair couple of million in the back pockets as well. So it's all well and good. Those millions do add up really in the long scale of things in relation to that, Reds. Let me know your thoughts as well. Obviously, Meme saying never walk alone, Sven. Big up there, Jack. Your volume is really low. Everything else I've watched this morning has been much loud. Panov, I'll try and speak a bit more louder. Panov, I think that might be your end or whatnot. Chat, let us know. I'll turn the dial up on the audio device that I use. So we'll turn that. I've turned it up. I don't want it to be peaking too much. But there we go. I'll probably come a bit more closer to the mic. That would help as well. Big up there, sideline. Big up Jack. Obviously, Mark saying you never walk alone, Sven. FSG need to get the money out, in which they have let Slot and co bring in a back-up centre-back and a defensive meal what the hell, meal deal, DM, a central defensive midfielder, and the next window, and a backup right winger and a striker. I think we'd all agree, Mark. I think Rome wasn't built in a day, as we all know. We've, off the back of, massive thank you to everyone that did tune in to the post-match analysis yesterday. If you didn't see it, I want to know all your thoughts on what you thought of the game. It was a very good game from Liverpool, yet again, in regards to that as well. So, yeah, big up there, David and Mark. We're all hoping, but as I said, I think what Liverpool have shown over the years of obviously having Michael Edwards, Julian Ward, and the proper footballing people and the data lads as well, and obviously with Richard Hughes now, I think Liverpool have shown in the last 5-6 years, especially when we had Jurgen Klopp, for as much as it's frustrated us, of course it has. I've been on record numerous videos over the last couple of years. I think every Liverpool fan would have wanted like just one or two £50 million players. And we're not saying that every year, but just to strengthen the squad. But we know there's a big couple of years coming in regards to replacing Salah if he does leave next season. Whatever happens with Trent, if he stays, hopefully that is the case. But if he's to go, and then if Ali, or obviously we're replacing Ali with Giorgi Mamardashvili in a couple of years' time. So it's really exciting though, Reds. I think the one thing, and when we analyse this transfer as well though, Reds, is we're getting this lad in 2025, and I know already people going, it's 2025, but this is expert planning as well. Obviously, we had the reports from last night, or the night before, in terms of Paul Joyce and the great interview we done with Alisson Becker, more or less confirming that Ali did speak about this transfer and this new lad coming in, and he was very happy, Alisson Becker, that Liverpool spoke to him and said, right, we're going to be bringing in this young goalkeeper. Is that all well and good with you? So it's just all about communication. Long term, Ali might have told the football club, he hasn't told us, but if Ali, has given his word to Liverpool that he's looking to explore opportunities in the next 3, 4, 5 years' time as well. So it's future planning for Liverpool, and we all are hoping that Liverpool, we would have liked a bit more future planning in regards to other areas of the pitch, but we've got to start from Alisson, because when the day does come when Ali leaves, so as he said on record 2 nights ago that he's hoping to stay at Liverpool for many years to come, but we know football is very much an revolving door, to say the least anyway. So we're getting him literally the best young goalkeeper in world football, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I've not seen a lot of them, but when you look at the data lads out there, the data reds, as we'll say, and when you look at someone his penalty save XG expected goals, in terms of shots that he has saved, in terms of denying a goal, he's in the top 2 percentile in the top 5 European leagues. And when you think about the age of Mamardashvili as well, he's only 23. He's going to be turning 24 in September 29 anyway, so in a couple of weeks' time. So happy birthday, lad. But I'm especially if you're a Georgia fan as well. Obviously, Skelia, I'm not going to try and pronounce that name, but the winger, obviously, I was watching the Napoli game last night, and he played really well, getting a goal and assist for Napoli, for Conte's new Napoli side as well. So yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be massive for the Georgian Reds out there as well that support Liverpool, and seeing one of their best young players coming to a massive club like Liverpool in 2025, and it's exciting times. I'm pretty sure he'll be. I made up that he's willing to wait as well. He's probably, obviously, he knows he's got Alisson in front of him, but that says a lot in terms of him wanting to develop at Valencia as well, and I think that's how Liverpool have got the deal over the line, as we've said as well. So medical tests, as Romano has stated today, should be getting done today. So that'll probably be getting done in Valencia. Really, obviously, we'll have the Liverpool medical people to go over. Probably 1 or 2 of them, really, not in 2 majors. So, because obviously he's playing in La Liga, so touch wood, Everton should be all well and good as well. So, Reds, let me know your thoughts on obviously this deal. I made up. It's good that Liverpool are future-proofing the goalkeeping department, because for many of a year before we had Alisson Becker come to the football club, we all know how difficult it was for Liverpool to get the best goalkeeper in world football. I think that's always when you look at Liverpool down the last, say, 20 years in terms of where Liverpool have struggled in certain years under different managers. It's having that top level, elite level goalkeeper. We've got that with Alisson, but hopefully, by the looks of it now, looking at all the data as well, he's certainly one to keep an eye on. And I think he is valued at the most expensive goalkeeper in terms of valuation of a player around his age in European football as well. So it's all well and good, and his stock is only going to rise the greater and the better performances he puts in. Romano did tweet as well, Mamardashvili to Liverpool, here we go. Medical today for the Georgian goalkeeper as he's joining Liverpool from Valencia. The agreement of 35 million package plus sell-ons. So more or less covering what we've Romano's just said in that tweet as well. But we'll get to all your comments as well, Reds. Let us know. I'm excited for this. And I know everyone's going to be jumping on it going, it's not a DM and all that, but as I said, patience. Patience. We will get... If it's not this, I'm willing, and as much as that annoys people, but this is my own honest opinion, I've been on record over the last couple of weeks and months as well. I want to be signing Liverpool to go out and sign that number 6 and strengthen in other areas. We'd all love it. But if it wasn't the case, I'd be disappointed, I would certainly, because go back and watch the videos from the last couple of weeks as well. With Liverpool only 1 or 2 injuries in certain areas, as you've already alluded to, chat. Right winger for Salah as well, but I think Diaz could very much cover down that right-hand side. Not ideal. But it's all about availability with players. If a player has become available on the market and Liverpool have identified him in terms of the data, lads, we will go for them. But it's just all about availability as well, and just paying the correct amount of money as well. And yeah, hopefully Richard Hughes from previous sporting directors, where say if we go in for a player, we will go up for our second or third choice option as well. So, but those second and third choice hopefully is not too much of a drop off in terms of quality as well. But yeah, fingers crossed. There's still a week to go. We'll have plenty of transfer news shows as well. So chat, hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date on the latest and breaking Liverpool news as it happens. Chat, there's 28 people of yous in the comments and there's only 7 likes. What are you doing? Chat, get those likes up, please. That's absolutely ridiculous. Get those likes up. At least should be a bare minimum 20 likes already. Anyway, 27 likes. Come on, let's get those numbers up anyway. And we'll get to everyone's comments as well. Big up there, Russell. They've bought a 60 million keeper for 30 million. So Russell, that's good business fundamentally, really, mate. Isn't it? He's very highly regarded in European football as well. Rest in peace, Sven. Big up there, Doug, as well. Memes, we don't need a 6. If we still had Klopp, then we would have needed a 6. But under Arne Slot, because there's a reason why we don't want Endo and Bajcetic within his plan, because they leave gaps which we don't like as well. And memes, we spoke about that last night, mate, didn't we, in terms of our post-match analysis with all your fellow Reds around the world as well. Like, we want footballers, first and foremost, like technical footballers, players that can play out of the press. They can play within the lines as well, getting behind defensive like the opposition midfield and defence as well, playing those crucial balls, but fundamentally keeping the ball so we're not getting transitions on the halfway line and we're leaving 30 yards of space anyway. So it's exciting. Big up there, you never walk alone. Over 650 passes with 92% accuracy. Best since Opta began. Obviously, you never walk alone. Great statistic there, mate. I should have put it on me post-match analysis. But obviously, speaking about Liverpool yesterday, you never walk alone. That's ridiculous, mate. It just goes to show the future will be bright. And Arne Slot has done that statistic in his second professional Liverpool game. That's staggering, in all honesty. But it just goes to show the bright future Liverpool will have under Arne Slot, which is fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. Just memes, we love the connection from the passes to passes, and therefore we need fast cover up. So hence we need a pivot, not a 6 as well. Yeah, Russell, it's because Alisson hasn't completed a full season because of his injuries, which is why Hughes has made his decision. Suits that pivot, Russell's saying as well. Mark Gravenberch played really well in the 6, fairness, more controlled in the build-up, but still able to spring attacks from the edge of our own box as well. Big up there, Paul. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you in the comments. Chat, get those likes up if you can, please, everyone. Get those likes up. 13 likes, 35 of you in here. Get that up to at least 30 likes. Be much appreciated. Thank you, everyone. Just gets it out to more Liverpool fans as well, Red, especially when if YouTube's not pushing out the notifications. Hit that subscribe button if you are new as well. Put your notification bell on. We got pre-match shows, post-match shows, obviously daily news shows as what happened today as well. So as it happens, and it's a big week to subscribe as well because the transfer window is still open. We'll have plenty of shows and certainly a lot of shows on transfer deadline day as well. Just speaking about it, Russell's mentioned Coop Miners. It's a bit mad, Russell, that deal hasn't gone through in regards because there's been a lot of not speculation, but there's been a lot of talks in regards to Coop Miners going to Juventus, I think it was. My apologies, I'm wrong, from Atalanta. I'm surprised that deal hasn't gone through, but you never know, mate. He obviously played under Arne Slot, so might be one of them that might just come out of nowhere. Fingers crossed. You never know. Paul saying he likes Gordon. Being a Scouser as well, needs to be at that one club as well, Paul. That's a deal that I don't think Liverpool have walked away from, mate. Especially if Newcastle don't get European football this season. And by I mean European football, I mean top four. We know they are financially stretched already in terms of obviously selling some players to obviously the young lad that went to the lad that used to play for under Arne Slot at Feyenoord last season. Who's he go to? Brighton. The lad that went to Brighton, who's playing against obviously Manchester United on Saturday morning. So they obviously before Liverpool were in discussions, as we know, everyone spoke about it over the last couple of months. Liverpool were speaking about a deal a very long time ago in regards to Gomez and obviously Gordon, but Newcastle put the brakes on that, and then Liverpool just moved on really. And obviously, let's keep an eye on that. Not this window, chap, but I think Liverpool will eventually get Gordon as well. Very versatile, can play on the left, can play on the right as well. Fits the right age profile in regards to potential incomings as well. He's gonna hit that age in the next 2 years, 25, 26, where his performances under the right guidance, under a very good. Obviously, he's getting managed by obviously there's Eddie Howe, but there's levels to this game if he was to come to Liverpool as well, certainly, and we all know his previous managers as well. Pick up their sideline. In my opinion, by the end of this season, we will need 2 midfielders and a centre back. And if Salah is not signed, then a right winger. Yeah, it's one thing replacing or getting a 6 in chat. Then it's a whole different kettle of fish, really, in regards to replacing the best right winger in world football as well, because that's not going to be cheap, as we know, chat. Especially if Salah does leave. But if he goes out with a bang in terms of he can win us the league, win us the Champions League, but you know me, chat. I want him to retire at Liverpool. And we'll speak about Mohamed Salah's phenomenal record in a little second as well. Let's get it up here now. Just to highlight very much the point of very much how good he is, and how much he is already up alongside. He was already there, but if Salah keeps on this upward trajectory, he's gonna be. He'll be, of course, remembered for the next 100, 200 years, and that's what Salah knows as well. He knows he's loved, he's appreciated, and there's one thing going to other clubs in Europe. If you want a big payday, sound, but Salah is fundamentally plays football for breaking records, wants to win trophies, and I think if you'd asked to ask him, like off camera as well, like it'd certainly say it would mean a lot more winning a title for Liverpool than any other club in European football as well. And yeah, it's Dominic King. Make sure you do follow him on all the socials, chat. Obviously, very well respected journalist out there. And it was a summary of Mohamed Salah. He summed it up perfectly in regards to speaking about Salah. He goes on to add, Mohamed Salah is within 14 goals of equaling Billy Liddell. If ever a sentence shows what he's achieved and how his talent is generational, there it is. Let it be said again, Liverpool's priority isn't getting new faces in this week. It's keeping the ones that they've got as well. And that's summarised very well there. It's phenomenal work. But obviously, Billy Liddell playing at just a bit before my time anyway. But for the Reds out there that did watch him, that generation of Liverpool was classified as Liverpool. If you want to watch your documentaries and everything, so, and he was very highly regarded and still is to this day as being one of Liverpool's greatest ever attacking forwards as well. But in terms of statistically speaking, when you look at this as well, in regards to, we'll just move that chat. Make sure you head over to lfchistory.net as well for all your latest Liverpool facts as well. I've left the link in the description. It's a fantastic site, and everyone make sure you do follow them on all the socials as well. They do amazing work. So in terms of when you look at the data from Liverpool History Net as well, as you can see there, Ian Rush is top of the pile, as you would expect in regards to this. Obviously, his goals/goal ratio for Ian Rush is a 1.91. Minutes played for Ian Rush is obviously 57,000. And just look at the goals now. So, as you can see there, 14 goals behind Billy Liddell already. And you just look at the less games he's played. And I get footballers back in the day, they probably had about 10 bevies before going on the pitch. But even still, those, just look at the numbers there, chat. Like, obviously, Billy Liddell's goals per game ratio was an absolute joke in itself. Like, in terms of 2.34 per game. But obviously, looking at Salah, 1.65. He's very close to equaling or getting a better record than Gordon Hodgson. Obviously, he played 377 games and registered 241 goals. So many of the club out there would love any of them 7 players that have played for their football club. But Liverpool Football Club is absolutely massive, and we've been very privileged to witness every single one of these players play. I wish I lived in an era of watching Ian Rush, but I've watched plenty of documentaries, and I think we all have, for people my generation as well. But that's just ridiculous. So 14 off Billy Liddell, and then it'll be a couple of goals just behind Gordon Hodgson as well. Chat, and I've always had this debate as well, chat, with every single one of yous. Would he ever beat that Rush record? Like, in terms of goals. Obviously, let's have a quick look in terms of the record as it stands. 346 goals for Ian Rush in 660 appearances. So what would Salah need? It'd need probably 130, 125 goals. Could he do that? Yes. Will he do it? I hope so, chat. But it'd be some going, that, wouldn't it, really? Be very much some going. But yeah, Liverpool it was called when Billy Liddell was leading the line for Liverpool as well. Little bit of history, go and check it out, chat. Obviously, there's so many great interviews and documentaries on Liverpool TV as well, and certainly there's so many great videos out there on YouTube as well. So go and check it out, chat. We are privileged to have that many great forwards. There's certain football clubs out there that they've only recently created legends of their football club in the last 20 years. So it's going to be one of them. We'll quickly wrap through all the comments. These are all smashing it, chat. Apologies that I can't read out every single one of them. These are all absolutely smashing it. So quickly read out. Big up there as well. Panov, make sure you hit likes. You Reds. Russell's just having a little gab. It's great to see as well. Big up there, the 1892 Reds TV. So yeah, speaking amongst each other. Everyone, streets and markets. Big up there, Andrew, as well. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of reports coming out the next couple of days as well. Reds, just patience. I think Liverpool might sneak in it. I don't know nothing, but I think Liverpool, as I said before, top of the show, if there's an opportunity in the market, certainly Liverpool will certainly go in for that 1 or 2 players if they become available. But obviously, a lot of those factors will come into play in terms of if that selling club has enough time to bring in a replacement. Then I think Liverpool could do the business. Big up there, Russell. Mwebu, Russell, you've got me loving Mwebu. Obviously the Brentford right winger anyway, or more or less forward anyway. I love him, mate. Obviously, as you've said over the last couple of months as well, that's all you keep on putting in the chat as well, and I 100% agree with you, mate. I think if he comes to a club like Liverpool or another top level team, no disrespect to Brentford, but in terms of his levels and performances will improve. certainly he'd be a player that would hopefully tick a lot of boxes for a big club out there as well. He's got all the attributes to very much thrive at a top team. But Salah stays for 2 to 3 more years as well. 100% their sideline. It's a case of, I think this notion of all of us were like, but Salah, if he can get a 2 3 year extension, but it won't be like 50 odd 100 grand a week. It'll just be more incentives in regards to obviously might be a bit more commercial rights to obviously getting a percentage for Salah and his agents, and that's where the extra money will potentially get generated as well. It's not, and obviously the incentives in terms of goal bonuses as well might go up by 20-30% as well. We all hope, and I'm hoping Salah does retire at Liverpool and hopefully beats Rushy's record. Could you imagine in say 3-4 years time if Salah signs on the dotted line again, and he beats Rushy's record? That will be an absolute, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? In all honesty, memes. But Frimpong is more. Yeah, I don't think he'll be coming to Liverpool, mate. We've got Connor Bradley, and I'm not comparing both of those players, by the way. But obviously Frimpong is in a system really that is suited to his style of play. So very talented player, but I think Frimpong will. It will be either Frimpong or Dumfries that goes to Manchester United. I know they've just got the Bayern Munich lad in terms of Mazraoui, but I think long term for United they will move and go out and get. But yeah, if Salah stayed, big up their adventure. If Salah stayed for 3 more years, maybe he could get second, but I don't think anyone will beat Rush. Do you think anyone will beat Rush, chat? It's gonna take some doing. It'd have to be like a 18-year-old breaking through the ranks, but even still, obviously you look at Fowler and Owen when they come through the Liverpool ranks. Obviously Owen was decimated in the early years of his young career with bad injuries, and obviously he wanted to go to other clubs as well. So you'd have to get like a player like Trent or someone, not Trent, but someone that like a Gerrard, a one club man, and he retired at the age of 35, and that'd have to be a striker as well. Could that be Jayden Danns? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But that's putting too much pressure on him to beat Rushy's record. But yeah, we've been very blessed as a football club, chat. Like even in like players that we brought in, Torres, Suarez, Salah, Barnsley. How much would John Barnes be in the modern climate of football? Certainly 150 odd million. Like his impact on football at that period in time. Kenny Dalglish as well. The Magician, Keegan, Toshak. So the list is endless. Graham Souness, Mark Lawrenson, big Ron Yates as well. Like he was a big lad as well. What a defender, by the way. Big Ron Yates, and the list is endless. Like you can keep on naming Liverpool greats, and it's ridiculous. We're very fortunate to support a football club that has got so many legendary players that have played for us. But Brentford, yeah, they will be big up there, Gary, as well. But we'll conclude, we'll round up in terms of the last story as well. Wanted to mention this one. It's non-Liverpool related, but it's just madness. Come out yesterday or today. Chelsea are considering a move for Jadon Sancho and could look to include Raheem Sterling in a swap deal. Mad. Could you imagine Sterling to wind us up even more? And he'd go to Manchester United. That still does me head in that he done that interview on, was it Granada TV? I remember coming back from school and seeing Sterling on was it 6 p.m? He'd released like an interview to the press on BBC Granada Northwest tonight, and you're seeing Sterling getting interviewed saying, "Yeah, I want to leave Liverpool." I was like, "You what?" But one of them. It's mad. Modern day football is gone, chat. Like it's absolute joke. Like the amount of money as well. But the thing is, if you're Sterling, you could sit at that Chelsea contract for 2-3 years. I think he's on like what 350 grand a week. If I'm Sterling and the way in which Chelsea have treated me, I'm like, oh sorry, yeah, chat. We'll get your comments up there again. You're like, yeah, get them back in anyway. So bit of a madness, chat. For Sancho, chat, I think we can all agree. We wish him well. For me, in terms of when you just look at certain footballers, you look at what he'd done for Borussia Dortmund last season in terms of helping them get to the Champions League final. There's a player in there, but yet again, similar with certain players when they go to certain football clubs. It doesn't make them bad players. It's just that they haven't got the right coaching setup and the right environment to very much thrive. Because I tell you now, not that I want to see him at Liverpool, but if Sancho did come to Liverpool under Arne Slot, he'd become one of the best right wingers in world football. But that is only because he'd be given the environment to thrive and develop. But obviously, he's not coming to Liverpool. We know that anyway. But I think he's just wasted at Manchester United, and Ten Hag, it's an absolute joke the way in which he treats him as well. Yes, managers can have a disagreement, but you've got to be fundamentally, just in general life as well, just be a genuine human being. Like, turning into Brendan Rodgers there, but just be a nice fella. Yes, you might disagree with the coach's philosophy, but at the end of the day, but it's a lot more Ten Hag than Sancho, I think, from the outside point of view anyway. But it's one of them, chat. But as we said, R.I.P. Sven-Goran Eriksson as well, a legend of the game. Thinking of his family at this moment today as well. But anyone just tuning in, coming in from work or whatnot, obviously we did have the news today. Giorgi Mamardashvili to Liverpool, deal done with the following details, as Romano breaks down very well here. Contract is valid for the next 6 years. €30 million fixed fee with 5 million add-ons. Joining LFC in July 2025 as planned. Valencia have got a 10% future sell-on clause as well. Make sure, I say make sure you follow Fabrizio, but everyone's following Fabrizio. But if you're not, follow him on all the socials as well for all the latest and breaking transfer news. One of the dons in the football and journalism industry, as we know. But yes, quickly rattle through those last couple of comments as well. It'd be interesting to see what you think about Sterling's move. Asylum said, if Raheem joins United, then what happens to Rashford? Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? Sterling is washed anyway. I disagree there, Panov. I think he's 30? I think he's still got, like, potentially could he go to Newcastle, Sterling? If there was, I think if that was a big indicating factor, if Sterling did go to Newcastle, then I think next summer Liverpool would move for Gordon. If you're Newcastle, obviously it come with a lot of big wages. It's whether Newcastle could afford Sterling's wages. That's what's mad anyway. Big up there, Russell. I want Gittins from Dortmund. Reckon he has a breakout season and he's only 20. Yeah, Russell, is that obviously playing for Borussia Dortmund? Is that the young lad that's been transferred from Paris Saint-Germain, if I'm correct? Apologies, I'm wrong there, chat. But I think if that's the same fella, obviously very highly regarded in European football, especially considering, well, don't get me started on Paris Saint-Germain because we'll be here for another 20 years. Because it's just, like, you look at their quality that they've got, Paris Saint-Germain at the minute, is it Zaire-Emery, and they've just signed the young lad from Benfica as well, and then he complemented that with Vitinha. I think finally Paris Saint-Germain are actually getting in players that are suited for obviously the manager as well. Completely forgot the manager's name, but very highly regarded, as we know, obviously the ex-Barcelona manager. But chat, yeah, it's been a sound show. A massive thank you for all your comments as well. Apologies that I can't read out all of them. He's absolutely smashing it today. Just 39 of you in here today, Reds. If you can get those likes up to at least 40 or 50 likes, be very much appreciated, everyone. It's been an absolutely fantastic show. Massive thank you for everyone tuning in today. Covered a couple of bases. Let us know your thoughts if you're watching on the repeat. Do you reckon one day Salah, if he gets a new deal, could he beat Rushy's record? All of us, with our thinking hats on, probably saying no. But when we think with our hearts, we're all hoping he does. I know Rushy probably is hoping that he doesn't, but Rushy's that type of character. He'll probably be giving Salah all the support, really. What a player he was. Could you imagine in a parallel universe, Rushy and Salah up front for Liverpool? Oh, that'd be some partnership, that, wouldn't it? Obviously, Salah off the right, Rushy through the middle, and then Kenny in that little floating behind Rushy, and then just floating off to the left. What a team that would be. That would be unstoppable with those three up front. Anyway, but nice one, chat. Highest XG and lowest XG for the two games. 100% there, you never walk alone. We spoke about that on the post-match. If you haven't checked out the post-match show from yesterday's episode, make sure you do head out, check it out. It's on the channel. Want to know your thoughts on what really impressed you from Arne Slot's second professional full game for Liverpool and the Champions League draw. is around the corner. I honestly can't wait until we get drawn against Real Madrid. I don't think we can. No, we can't get Real Madrid. That was silly. But we'll get a couple of big teams. Certainly, Manchester City will get Accrington Stanley or something somehow in the Champions League or whatnot. As you always do in the League Cup. But chat, have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy your Bank Holiday Monday. But if you're in work, hope you have a very good day as well. Look after yourselves, everyone. And as I said, massive thank you for everyone that is tuned in this afternoon. We might be live. Well, we will be live later this evening as well for another episode. Hopefully we get a bit more news. But if not, we'll just chat about Liverpool and what is going to be a big week for Liverpool, hopefully, in the transfer window. But Reds, massive thank you for tuning in. Get those likes up, Reds, if you haven't already done so. On your way out, drop a like on the video. If you've still got your chat up, close that down, the chat box. Drop a like on the video. Helps it out. Gets it out there for many Liverpool fans out there. But Reds, you never walk alone. Let us know all your thoughts on all the topics we have discussed today as well. Reds, see you later this evening for another episode. As always, Reds, you never walk alone. Ta-da.